Quest 66. Alright, update video here. So this is my continued quest to get my quads onto a high quality, high speed RC link. I had previously been flying on FR Sky, and there's kind of the known with the old ACS ST, and there's the known issues there. And I'd been kind of debating on Crossfire, but then Ghost came out, and there's some nice things there that I really liked. You know, especially one of those things was the super tiny Zepto receivers. Rather than just buying into, sort of the placebo, throwing this stuff on and feeling, oh, this is great and loving it, went ahead and black boxed it to make sure that, the performance was there, and I was hoping to see great things. Unfortunately, there were some good things, but some bad things too, and I brought this up before, where what you can see here is in the feed forwards, this orange trace here, that when I give a command to the quad, the feed forward, instead of giving a nice, big clean kind of response, it has the response, but it also has these spikes, and you can see that they're kind of regularly spaced out. And I think that's what's showing up in this over here, this plot of the different frequencies. But anyways, what's coming up in the feed forward is these spikes, and that's a problem because that's actually telling the quad to jump with these spikes. I went back and forth with Immersion RC on their Facebook hub. There's some interesting discussion, but it ultimately didn't yield an answer, and then ultimately the conversation went cold. So I went ahead and thought, well, let me change this over to, let's take a look. I went ahead and said, okay, let me take one more thing out of the equation. Let me go ahead and jump on ExpressLRS. And so this is a 2.4 gigahertz, and I bought a transmitter and receiver. I bought them from Fatboy FPV, and stuck them in a quad and went ahead and logged it. And what's kind of interesting here is that, hey, look at that, no more weird spikes. But I got rid of the spikes, but now I see this little bit of noise, and I'm not sure if this noise is actually really all that meaningful. Like, it's a pretty small amount of noise, and it may not be meaningful. And I think overall I'd rather deal with this rather than those big spikes, where I'd rather deal with like a little jitter in the quad rather than jerks in it. Although I'm not 100% sure if that translates into like a significant amount of efficiency loss or motor noise or anything like that. But anyways, what this did show me is that on these high-speed, LoRa type setups, that you can definitely get rid of those spikes that were there. What was previously suggested was that these spikes are, let me flip back over. These spikes are from not syncing something in the radio, and the firmware not syncing something properly, and this was apparently an issue that you had originally with Crossfire, and that was fixed with Crossfire Shot. And that was one of the things I specifically wanted to see, was going to ExpressLRS, is that ExpressLRS uses, sorry, this is pretty annoying jumping back and forth here, apologize. But ExpressLRS uses that, it basically uses that Crossfire update, and so I think, at least, when you set it up in your radio, that's what you choose. Like when Betaflight, you choose Crossfire. So anyways, right now this looks, to me, I think probably better. I did post it up on the Betaflight Facebook forum, the Black Box review forum specifically, to try and get some feedback there, and then I'll also take it to ExpressLRS guys and see what their input is there. But anyways, I think I'm kind of inclined with this progress to probably be making a jump to ExpressLRS unless somebody tells me that this is like terrible and bad and I shouldn't use it, and if that's the case, maybe I'll rethink Ghost. Or if Ghost comes out with some type of update to get rid of the spikes that they had, and also if they give me a way to get rid of the beeps when you turn on the module, maybe I'll think about going back there. But with ExpressLRS, reasonably priced, there's very active development going on, and then with the new nano receivers coming out with those little ceramic antennas, that to me is really exciting for the micros. And so I think this is probably going to be, this ExpressLRS ecosystem is probably the way that I'm going to jump to. But I'm gonna keep working on this issue and see if I can come up with any more information on it and update. But anyways, I think this is the way to go. All right, just a little update here. Until next time, cheers.